Hey, Tony, guys, y'all gotta forgive me. Doing my workout. You know what? Somebody posed this question. You know, why don't a lot of men support me? Or black men, really men in general. Now, for one, there are color lines. So if you notice, most white speakers gonna have white male supporters. Most black speakers gonna have black male supporters. Most Hispanic speakers gonna have Hispanic supporters. There'll be some crossover, but typically people choose people who look like them, sound like them, and have a similar history or biography. That's the first thing. The other thing is you gotta understand the male psyche. The male mindset, men are very territorial. So that's why men don't want another man dealing with his woman, talking to his woman, stepping on his toes. If I'm the point guard, we don't need no other point guard unless I'm injured. If I'm the quarterback, we don't need no other quarterback unless I'm injured. And if I'm injured, we need somebody as good as me. That's how men are. You pay attention, men territorial. Another thing, men are very competitive. So if a man sees another man has more money or has more women, got more clothes, got more cars, it's gonna motivate that man to step his game up, to go and get more on average. So for myself, I changed my life, but I've been dealing with jealousy my whole life. And it ain't something that I chose. When I played football, I went to a private school after I got arrested in 9th grade. And at the private school, you're not playing the best competition. That made me number one in football. I was a running back. I led the county in rushing. Averaged over 10 yards a carry. A lot of guys were jealous. A lot of guys was upset about that. My parents, I had two parents in the household. 90% of black men where I'm from, one parent household. It made a lot of guys upset. It had nothing to do with me. And then when it came to, women, if you're in the newspaper and you look halfway decent, you're gonna have a lot of the young ladies that trying to be your girlfriend. So that caused problems. Was not my choice. Had nothing to do with me. Men very competitive. And so when you look today, if a man see that I have supporters, and if he see that I have women supporters, a lot of the men are gonna be jealous about that because they assume that I'm benefiting from it. I see guys say all the time, oh, he's saying that so he could get women. I bet he getting more P word, national word, than any guy. They assume that because my message is asking men to be better men, to be faithful, to love one woman, to be a role model in the home to your children, and women say, yes, we want a man to be faithful. Yes, we want a man to be a good father. A lot of guys think because I have women who support my message that I'm doing it for women, and that it's all about the women. And what guys will call it is man bashing. What about, and guys say, what about the message for the man? The message is for the man. The message is holding men accountable. The message is for me. The message is for men who are behaving the way that I once behaved. The man that I used to be until I met my wife at 21 years old. And I still had some stuff to get out of me. I had some growing to do, change to do. I'm still growing and changing to this day. learning how to talk to people, learning how to make sure I'm expressing myself the right way. I'm still growing. I'm still stepping on my own toes. And that's what a lot of guys don't understand, is a lot of men feel like if you are challenging me as a man to be uncomfortable, to get out of my comfort zone, to do something that I don't want to do something that's not easy to do, then you are not for me. You don't like me. You're against me. You're for the woman. So it's like a lot of guys want me to say, if a man make money, then he is considered a high value man. And if he want to cheat, he could cheat. Or they want me to mumble that part and then tell women everything they doing wrong and everything they need to do better. And guys say, well, oh, we got to go both ways. I talk to women if I see something from a male perspective that's being praised or promoted or done the wrong way. And any woman who follows my message, a woman who just pop in, she's not going to get that. But a woman who is bold enough to watch 10, 15 videos, she going to see it ain't no pandering in me. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I pandered. That just ain't how I'm built. I'm going to tell it like it is is. I'm going to call it down the middle. It's going to step on men's toes sometimes, going to step on women's toes sometimes, but I'm going to call it down the middle. Point blank, period. And so here's the thing, is the reason why I share the game from a male perspective, talking about the things that men are doing, is because I'm a man. And that's what I don't understand. Why is it so hard for men to understand that I'm sharing from a male perspective? Because I was a womanizer. And when I say womanizer, a lot of people take this the wrong way. When I say womanizer, I'm not talking about a pimp. I'm not talking about somebody who just dog women out. A lot of times people think that when I say I was a womanizer, they think I'm normalizing toxic behavior. What I mean by womanizer is that I was going from relationship to relationship looking for my wife. From the age of 16 years old, lost my virginity at 15. I did not meet my wife until the age of 21. So I was not maliciously trying to hurt women. But because we were not a fit, because we did not work out, that still causes pain. And so sometimes people say, Tony, did you go apologize to the women? And it's because I'm beating up on myself and I'm putting it in words that make it sound worse than what it really was. But I'm not excusing the behavior. I'm not normalizing the behavior. The thing is I'm actually trying not to make excuses. So I say, oh, I was a womanizer. I was a liar. I was a dog. But in reality, in truth, I was not intentionally hurting anybody. I was just like every other person, every other woman, every other man. Ignorant, immature, unlearned, which is ignorant, and trying to find my way. It's not like I was this wise person, mature, and just going out trying to dog and hurt people. That wasn't the case. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what a wife looked like, but I knew I wanted a wife. But I didn't know what it looked like. And I wanted it because my mother and father raised me in the home together. So I wanted that union. And so that's what people get wrong and don't understand. And my thing is, as a man, honestly, I feel like men, myself included, because I'm a man, I feel like we have a lot of advantages in the world. I feel like we got a lot in our favor. Even down to our genetics and how we don't have to give birth. We don't have to carry a baby. We don't have to carry a baby, have that baby, and then worry about getting left by the person who got us pregnant. Men, we don't have that. So even down from the way God made us, not to mention the advantages we have in the world of how men get paid more money for doing the same job a woman doing. Men get preference of the jobs. Men got the most high paying, biggest jobs. Look at, men got all of the fanfare. Look, and the support in sports, in everything. We could watch the WNBA the same way we watch the NBA, but we don't. Because we look at the NBA players as more as superior, more athletic, is what we call it. When actually these women playing this sport who can't jump as high as a man, 99% of them may actually be more skilled because they can't just leap up and 10 foot high in the air and dunk a ball. So they got to learn the game differently, which may actually make them better. So that's why in a shooting contest, a lot of the WNBA players beat the NBA players because they had to develop skill. But as humans, as people, men and women, we don't value that. So all the eyeballs is on the men. So it's male players getting paid $40, $50 million a year. Whereas the average salary in the WNBA might be $35,000 to $75,000 on average. And that might be a good contract at $75,000 a year. So when you look at life and you honest about it and you're not feeling sorry for yourself, we got, as men, we got a lot of advantages. So for me, that make me to where I don't feel the need to come in and beat up on a woman with my words and tell her, this is what you need to do for a man. This is what you need to do for a man. This is how you need to be for a man. This is what you need to do to get a man. This is what you need to do to keep a man. This you ain't doing this. You ain't doing that. You ain't worth this. You ain't worth that. That don't make me feel good. That don't make me feel manly. But I also don't talk to men like that. I don't come tell a man that you ain't this and you ain't that and your dad is stupid and you stupid and this why you ain't worth nothing and this why you about to go down there. I don't man bash. I teach. I share the wisdom that has changed me, that has changed my life, that has changed everything for me. And so the reason why I don't have more male supporters is because my message lines up to where most men don't like to see another man get support or praise from a woman, because men are seeking the affection and the attention of women. And then most men do not like another man telling them what to do. So if he feel like I'm telling him what to do in his life, in his bedroom, but not how to, unless it's about making money, it's offensive to a lot of men. And that's the reason why. Truth be told, I have some male supporters, and a lot of the ones who support me in person is because of what I could do for them. It ain't even just because they want to hear the message and grow. It's because I gotta tolerate this because Tony got a connection for me, or because Tony do this or Tony do that. And so it's still not genuine in most cases, which is sad. That as men, we don't want to be challenged and we don't want to be held accountable through brotherly love. But we want a man that's gonna have a platform and that's gonna attack women on our behalf so that we can use and abuse that and whoop that woman in the shape based using the words of what a man online said. It just ain't manly to me. So if that means I can't have no male supporters or not many, I live with that, because at the end of the day, I know my heart in the right place. I know I'm operating from the right place, and I know who I answer to. God, not man. Hey, this is Tony, guys. God bless you.